difficulties that you might have standing up or sitting down, right?
Absolutely. As we get older, we all have a little bit of difficulty getting up or getting down. We talk about losing muscle mass over the years as we age, and sometimes it's not as easy as we think, just the simple action of getting up and down out of a chair.
We take it for granted, I think, a little bit, don't we?
Right.
And Jerry Culver is here with us here. And explain this model, for instance. What exactly does this help us out with?
Well, it helps not only to stand up, but you also can use it to sit down. Some people don't have the arm strength, so they end up plopping down into a chair.
Yeah,
and that can be painful if you have arthritis of your hips or your knees. So this particular lift chair and most lift chairs will fully, in the fully upright position, will enable somebody just to come around and just, have the chair meet them. And then they sit down, and then it takes them down.
And it's so quiet. I was just talking about this with you, that my grandfather had one of these. It was so loud, you don't even hear it.
Yep.
That's crazy. And then also, certain people might need certain different kinds of chairs, right? Or certain parts of chairs that are different. Like, this is cloth, but others might want a different kind, and there are different kinds.
You can get them in vinyl for those people that might have issues with incontinence, or some people actually even sleep in these. So you want them to be easily cleaned. And vinyl is a solution to that.
Look at how far back that goes.
You can actually get almost into a fully reclined position in this.
You really can. And other things that you want to make sure when someone comes in or gets one might not be right for your body. Explain getting the right one for the right fit, I guess.
Well, in our showrooms in Grand Island and Kearney, we have a number of options for people to look at and try out. We do fit them by size. We even have one for extra tall people. They have an additional extension that comes out to support your legs, and it's especially built for people who are 6'1" to 6'6".
Because how many people get uncomfortable? My husband would be one, where his legs it stops, where it's uncomfortable to sit on. So you guys have that option as well.
Yes, we do.
That's really neat.
And you want to, this goes back a way, so you want to, when you're looking at your home, you want to make sure you have enough room away from the wall to use one of these.
And then the height too. But then another thing, paying for it.
Yes.
How do people do that?
By the time most people consider purchasing a lift chair, they're probably in the range of Medicare age. And Medicare does cover parts of this chair. It covers the lift mechanism. Right now, the current allowable is $354.69. But the beneficiary has to meet their deductible, and Medicare pays 80% of that $354.69. So check with your provider. Come in and talk to us about it. We'll tell you exactly what your out-of-pocket expense is going to be, because when you subtract the amount of what Medicare reimburses for the lift mechanism, you're looking at about the same price range as a good quality chair that you go to a furniture store that's a manual recliner.
And people, how do they find you? How do they get a hold of you?
Well, we have two locations, one in Grand Island, one on North Webb Road, and one here on North 2nd Avenue next to Builders Warehouse. So
check it out, and even then, the hand controls are okay too. Can you switch those out too?
Yeah, that's a great question, because some people might have a stroke that has affected one side. You can move this hand control to the other side of the chair as well.
Yeah.
It does have a battery backup.
Okay.
If the power goes out and you're reclined or you want to sit down, there's a 9-volt battery that goes in the little box behind your chair. And you have to change that out a couple times a year. Probably a good idea is when you check your smoke alarms.
Oh, of course. Another thing to do during that time of year. Well, I tell you what, if you want to take a look at more of this information, go to Around the House at Nebraska.tv. Check that out there, and we'll have all this information there for you, contact information, all that good stuff as well. Jerry, thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn.